the World News, Great Britain news platform. I was just thinking, about towns like Blackpool, Great Yarmouth, that type of thing. As you come down, how long will social distancing rules be in place? Officials have said it is likely measures introduced by the government could go on for 12 to 18 months. And that's 12 to 18 months people would be told to keep social distancing. That doesn't include the after effects of people not really wanting to queue up or be close to people. Let's say it'll put them off. And that's probably not for the next 18 months. That might be like that indefinitely because of the social habits will change. I'll give you an idea. In the pleasure beach, there's loads of little places like this. So if anybody wants to go into there, it's 2 metres, 2 metres, 2 metres, 2 metres. Only about a few people allowed in, like the shops and so on. All your queues will bump into each other. None of that going on here. Basically, just for that outlet here, say to buy some chips, if that's a chip outlet, and there's 10 people there, that's 20 metres worth up there. I mean, if they go that way, and then bump into the people who want to go in there, they'll be queuing this way. If you want to go in there, or have a go on that there, which side are you going to queue? That way you can't, because you'll bump into these. So you might have to queue on the angle out here. But then you won't be able to walk past there, and so on and so on and so on. All these places will interlock with the queues. Because if you look at the area of the pleasure beach, forget about the buildings or anything like that, just look at the area. They can work out how many people, they can actually allow in the place, because the area of space could be divided by 2 metres. So they might only allow, say, 500 people in there, max, because the area space doesn't allow it. They can work out like that through the whole of the promenade and everything. All the little shops at the promenade, everything like that. You'll have to queue outside with social distancing of 2 metres. So all what is for tourists can be mathematically worked out. And even if the government relax after 18 months on the social distancing, will people want to stand next to each other in the queue anyway? When you look at something like the Grand National, people usually standing there waiting to go on the ride, with then people queuing. But then these Grand National things, you sit next to each other. You can sit next to a stranger, but then it's not social distancing, is it? So it would only be one person per carriage, not two. All the zigzagging queues that we all know, folks, if you've been to Blackpool, it's a cramped up way of getting people in the building to make the queue look less outside. And if you have a people of 100 people outside, all crammed up queuing, you think, oh, you're nearly at the front, and then you go inside, and it's jam-packed with people as well. Now, you look into that, and you'll see, if you're all 2 metres apart, that will take, I don't know, maybe more than 4/5 of the people being allowed even to queue. Each queue would probably end up going into the sea. You know what I mean? And that's 18 months down the line. They would be conditioned, educatedly conditioned through fear, not to stand close to people, regardless if it's law or not anyway. You'll have problems where people won't want to sit next to each other and things like that. So in theory, if you take that 4/5 or more out of the revenue for the pleasure beach, that's killed it, has it not? Likewise, all the people on the promenade, with all the shops, shoe shops, tourist shops and all that sort of thing. You'd be all queuing outside, but you'll have to be 2 metres away from each other. There'll be queues going to Preston. Yeah, I can't see that happening. Yeah, imagine it if you're like 200th in a queue. 200th in a queue with 2 metres away, miles, 400 metres away from the front. Yeah, that won't be happening. That'll be the way it'll be. That's less fun with somebody, isn't it? You usually have fun with people, your partner, your friends that you came with. On your own, it's just an experience, no fun. The fun capital of Blackpool, will end just by social distancing and conditioning people to be apart from each other. So each ride that they do is half the income anyway, and then you've got to deal with people. Because you usually have one person stood here, and the rest is, usually, this is a quiet day, this is before the season. But when it's busy, all that's packed. None of that. Yeah? The saying is the Helvellyn. Yeah, I think it is. I don't know what it's called, to be fair, I've forgotten. But everybody usually queues up there, zigzagging. There, zigzag, 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 zigzag. So it shortens the queue. Alright? Now, and there's one inside as well. Now, it'll be all 2 metres, 2 metres, 2 metres. Basically, one every pole. Normally, you get 4 or 5 people or 2 people stood next to each other. 6, 8 people there crammed in on a busy day. Yeah? Now, there'll be one person there in the middle, one person stood there in the middle. Yeah? So, skeleton. Just line them up there. Skeleton queues. And if there's 100, 200 people in there, yeah, queuing, that queue will be zigzagging through the whole of the pleasure beach, really. It won't be like 20 feet wide from the front to the back. It'll be 80 foot. If you get me. There you go in these little shops here. There's only about 4 people in there to browse, 5 people max, because the area says so. 2 metres apart. They're already practicing it in shops already. This shop will be no different. And guess where the queue will be? Outside, with everybody stood 2 metres apart. Yeah? The atmosphere will go the lot. Yeah? That's if even you'd be allowed to go on these here, really. You see how people are sat next to each other and drinks and stuff like that? Yeah? If it goes round and revolutionises or whatever, those drinks or whatever could be spilt and go behind them. Because we all know if somebody's sick, yeah, they duck. So it's no different from the saliva, the breath, going behind when people are screaming. Yeah? I wouldn't like to be behind anybody if they're at the front and be sick. Coronavirus puke. So that ride might not even be hardly on it, because people will just be conditioned to know that virus is spread. Do you get me so far? There's another one. That person in the middle you might as well take away, because they'll probably let you off with one on the end there. So it's a third of people off that ride every time they go up, as well as the queuing of 2 metres. Where will the queue end? Will the queue bump into another queue that's got a queue up, that bumps into another queue that's got a queue, and so on and so on. Like I say, your whole area of the pleasure beach can be mapped out, and they might only let those people in. Otherwise, if you let more than 10 more people in, mathematically, it's not social distancing correctly, so they'll be breaking laws just by the numericals. This one here, the infusion. Right then, this is the infusion. Fair enough. That's about 2 metres apart, behind, one behind, one behind, one behind, but next door to each other. So that's half the income for that ride per ride. Yeah? Because you can't have anybody sat next to you because of social distancing. The prom, this shop, that shop, that shop, that shop. Anybody who queues, they can't queue that way because that queue might go that way. Do you get me? So they might have to queue lengthways, and then the people walk down here or behind each other or whatever, 2 metres apart. Yeah? I mean, they show the supermarkets because they've got loads of space and they can put 2 metres apart. But all these shops here, high street stuff, or your, your fun at the promenade and all that lot, will all have to be 2 metres apart. Where are they going to queue? Out that way. Yeah? This one agenda is going to kill loads of places. Basically, this is the distance from the little diagram. That's the guy in the middle. It's a bit like that's 2 metres, more than 2 metres. Him lying down that way. Chickum. Her lying down that way. Chickum. It's about there. Her lying down this way towards him. Chickum. And him lying down that way. Chickum. That one's too close. Machines might have to be spaced out like this. None of this, all this stuff together where you stand next to each other. Well, if you had loads of slot machines here, no, it'd be like this. That's the revenue of this place gone down, isn't it? Unless you're going to queue outside, right down from the, north pier to the south pier to have a go at this bloody thing. Yeah, I can't see that, man. Give you an idea. This is quite quiet for Blackpool, really. Yeah. If you want to go in that shop, you have to queue outside 2 metres apart. All this walking around together. None of that. Right, you see these people here? Yeah, that's all too crammed up. Oh, that's too close. Right, this is the Grand Theatre. 1 seat, 2 seat, 3 seat, 4 seat. That'll have to go like this. 1 seat. Miss out the middle one here. and then 2 seat. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3. You lose half them seats, aren't you? Yeah? Because of social distancing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, back 10. So you have to miss 5 of them seats at the front, 5 at the back, and 5 at the back, and it goes on. Yeah, how many rows there are? So half those seats are missing now, because it's every other one. Yeah, and it depends how far they are behind. Can't really remember. They might have to go 1 in every 2. So it's 1 can stay there, get rid of 1 seat. That seat can stay there, get rid of that seat. That seat can stay there, get rid of that seat. Then you might have to remove the whole row at the back there because it's too close to the ones in front. So you miss half of a row and a whole row. Yeah? It's good, isn't it? And do you think then the stars, yeah, the celebrities are going to come to a 2/3 empty? Yeah? The atmosphere of the place would die in there, wouldn't it? Tell a joke, you get echo laughter back rather than laughter. Stuff like that. Let's have a look at the Blackpool Tower Circus. Yeah? Might as well forget all that. Yeah? You could have that person, that person, that person, that person, that person, that person. If you're lucky. See you later, bye. It's all too cramped up, that. You might catch something. Illuminations at Blackpool. More like lights out. It's not me just making this up, by the way. It's actually a world social distancing phenomena. It could go on for up to 18 months. And then you have the brain of all those people who have educated themselves to keep social distancing and to be understood the viruses better. Even the kids, as they grow up in another 18 months, they're going to grow up with social distancing. So even if the government's reduced the laws, it'll still be in people's minds. Yeah. I mean, you might just get hen stag nights or whatever, you might not. I don't think I'd like to get married in my first bloody weekend away. I get bloody coronavirus, or bollocks, whatever it's called, do you know what I mean? Yeah? Right, let's go to Blackpool, and before I get married, I die. Yeah? I'd rather go to the countryside with my future wife. I wouldn't like to bring my kids in or sit next to a lot of strangers and die. Not very family, is it, to come and die? It's all to do with social distancing and control. And then you get on a tram, right? And then you get dropped off at the prom. Number one, the first journey you take, you're cramped up with other people that could have coronavirus. Or any other virus, really, because we'll be virus feared up anyway, won't we? Expecting something that could never happen or could happen. Yeah? And then you get dropped off on the prom. But because of the tram stops, you've then got to walk either 50 metres somewhere to Lincoln zebra crossing to cross the road, or you nip across the road with a family, which is a risk again, isn't it? 2 chances of getting your kids ran over and coronavirus stuff before you get in your hotel. We've had enough anyway, I'm tired, very late.